products have been generally a miss over the past few years. Not only has the iPhone grown increasingly stale, but major software products like Apple Intelligence have been a huge disappointment. Their promise to upgrade to Siri, which should have been out already, has been delayed till 2026. There are even reports that Apple has stopped production on their ambitious, confusing Apple Vision Pro. There are a few exceptions, of course. There's the very successful Apple Watch, AirPods are great, and Apple TV Plus, in my opinion, is the best streaming service. But their best product is the Mac. Today, we're here to unbox and review one of Apple's best products, the MacBook Air. This here is the 15-inch in sky blue, and I'm convinced Mac is the real future for Apple. I just love that. Why do I love it so much? All right, let's get this out. Part 2. The unsleevey, if you will. I love that they have braided cables that are slightly colored. This is everything that comes in the box. Yeah, I think it looks great. I think it feels great. As soon as I open it, it's going to turn on. So I'm just waiting for the right time to do it, you know? This, of course, has the incredible M4 chip. 16 gigs of RAM, which Apple now has standardized. 256 gigs of storage, which is good enough for most people, but it's expensive to upgrade. So if you can skip it and rely on cloud storage, do that. It also has hardware accelerated ray tracing for light gaming, 3D work, nothing too serious. 16-core neural engine for AI stuff, and hardware accelerated encoding for H.264, 265, ProRes RAW for all the video editors. And this all comes in the form of 10-core CPU and 8-core GPU, as 4 performance cores and 6 efficiency cores. This little processor is incredibly fast, efficient, and quiet. Just for comparison, this M4 MacBook Air is 23 times faster than the latest Intel version. 23. In fact, it's about 5 times faster than the most powerful Intel-based MacBook Pro 16-inch, which was around $5,000 when it was being sold. This thing is not going to hold you back. But what does that mean for you, the everyday user? Longevity. It means that you won't be looking around to upgrade your laptop 2 years from now because your computer is just too slow. Wow, that blue is strong. I like it. I don't know if I'd like it 3 weeks from now, but I think it looks good. It's already booted up. The 15-inch MacBook Air is a great size. You know, if you really want a bigger screen, I mean, this is obviously the way to go. It looks really good. Just like in the light, it just looks really good. It refracts really well. I actually love the size. I thought that the smaller MacBook Air would be better, but I think this being light and efficient, because I have the 16-inch M2 Max, and it's pretty heavy. And I think that a lot of my issue with how big it is really more tied to the weight than the actual physical size, because this is much lighter than mine, and it feels good. It feels really great. So this comes with a 30-watt USB-C power adapter for fast charging. You would have to buy a 70-watt brick instead of what comes in a box. This also has a 53 watt-hour battery, I believe, and has MagSafe charging, which is awesome if you're accident prone. It has a headphone jack right here. It also supports Wi-Fi 6E, so if you need faster speeds with the internet, it has that. It also has 2 Thunderbolt 4 USB-C ports for charging, display, and data transfer. The data transfer speeds go up to, I believe, 40 gigs a second. Now, the battery life is about 9.5 hours for an Intel model, but these average around 18 hours, so roughly double. My wife has an M2 and leaves it charging overnight and grabs it in the morning before leaving to work. She uses it all day, every day, and sometimes doesn't even have to charge again for 2 days. Now, this can vary based on what you're using it for, but it's still super impressive, and you can be confident that when you're going out with this thing, even if it's at 50% battery life, that you'll probably get everything you need out of it. The build quality is always exceptional with Apple. The keyboard feels pretty good. If you're not used to a keyboard like this, you will get used to it pretty fast. And most of the gripes that people have around any keyboard, it's just when you first use it, you got to get used to it. This also has a Touch ID scanner, and you can use that for stuff like Apple Pay, etc. I mean, this is a beautiful laptop, really, really well made, and Apple is really the best when it comes to build quality. I don't think there's a single company that builds better than Apple. I think the color is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if I'll like it over 2-3 weeks, a month, 6 months from now. I know that when my brother got the iPhone, I believe it was 14, he got it in gold and quickly regretted it because it did look good, but it kind of wears thin on you. And I don't know if this is going to do the same thing. Your everyday Mac experience is not going to change when it comes to the different levels of Mac that you can purchase. So if you're coming from a MacBook Air, a MacBook Pro, or a Mac Mini, a Mac Studio, it doesn't matter. It all has the same software. A lot of it is just really the value, so its starting price, and how fast it is, or when it comes to laptops, the efficiency of the battery. So the best and most efficient version of Mac is the MacBook Air. You're gonna have the best battery life and the best cost per dollar ratio. So what do I think? This is a 15-inch Air, and I love it. I love the size. And usually what happens is when you get a big laptop, it's heavy and it's cumbersome and it's kind of a pain to carry around. This is still light, so if you like the bigger screen, definitely go for the 15-inch, but the 13-inch is the standard of what you should be getting. Now, should you upgrade or move from Windows or hold on to what you have now? Well, most people buy computers based on a cost-performance ratio, meaning usually the more you spend, the more powerful they are. Apple has really turned this upside down. It's really unlike them. It's surprising to say, but this is a great deal, largely because of how fast the M4 chip is, how efficient it is, great battery life, great performance, and all of it for $1,000, and even cheaper for students. It's more likely that you'll get tired of this laptop long before you need to upgrade. For the everyday user and even some fairly advanced users, this is a no-brainer, especially if you're coming from an older Intel-based Mac. It has a big screen, great build quality, reliable customer service, best-in-class speakers, the list goes on. Unless you're anti-Apple for whatever reason, there's no better laptop for most people. I think the 15-inch is something that you can get away with. Love it for many, many years to come. Now, if you want to dive into the software, I can do a separate review on that. Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe, share, like, do all of that stuff. I have links below if you want to support the channel. My name is Brian. Thanks for watching. Peace.